Hello everyone, Topher Edwards here, and today I'm going to talk about coping techniques. Now, every day people struggle with mental illness and sometimes it gets too much to handle. And the key to getting through those kinds of days are using different kinds of coping techniques. There are many out there. Some work for some people and some work for others. Some are completely ineffective, and some even seem completely counterintuitive. So I'm not going to give you a complete list, I'm just going to give you some of the main ones and explain them a little bit. I'm going to tell you which ones work best for me. So obviously journaling was the biggest one for me. I started November 2009 with written journals and have been doing it since. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, I picture it like my head is this big vat and there's so much pressure building, and especially when I'm in a state of mania or hypomania, it's just so much going on and there's like 1,000 voices, and when I journal it's a pressure release valve and it just gets whatever's up there onto the computer or onto paper, and that can make a huge difference. Another way of going about it is to do that, look at it later, and then you can make sense of what was going on. You can also keep track, and this is what my psychiatrist had asked me to do, was look back over your journals, score your mood over time, and see if there's a pattern. Well, what we see here is, up here is a mania type feeling, and down here would be a depression type feeling, and right here would be in the middle. So this is 2009, 2010, kind of mostly down. That was a really bad time. Now we're moving into 2011. Well, we can see I got pretty manic around here. At the bottom I just made notes saying what happened in that time. There's another one that I'm working on. It takes a lot of time to do it, but we are seeing kind of like a sine wave indicative of bipolar traits. Free writing is another thing you can do where you just write out whatever's in your head. Don't worry about spelling, punctuation, grammar, just get it out. And at the very end, you can just tear it up. The point is to get it out of your head. Even if you don't want to keep it, just get rid of it. The second thing is reading. Reading is a great way. It may be hard to focus at first, but if you find a good book, you can really escape into the world the author has created. My personal favorite, Game of Thrones. So when I was really down, I read all 5 books in about 2.5 weeks. I just did not stop reading, and I was completely immersed. So it can really get you away from your problems in a bit healthier of a way than complete avoidance. Another good way is to just go for a walk. It doesn't have to be anything far, it doesn't have to be anything too much. Just put in your headphones, put on some calming music or metal music or country, whatever, and just go for a short walk. And I used to do that late at night. I would find it really calming, and I would go sit on the swings and just listen to music, and that would really center me, look up at the stars, all that kind of stuff. You can phone a friend. Sometimes being alone isn't always the best thing. Some of you might have that person that you can always call and who will drop everything and come see you when you're having that rough day. And having that person is very important. So just try and keep that in mind, that you do not have to do this alone. And think about that person when you're having that rough day, and remember that you're not a burden on them. And if they think you are, then they're not really as supportive as they should be. The next one is meditation and relaxation. I cannot meditate to save my life. I can't quiet my mind down enough. It just doesn't work. What does work is the relaxation part of it. I've learned to do deep breathing, which is just breathing differently. So you take in really long, deep breaths through your nose, and then longer exhales through your mouth. And you do that a few times, and it just brings down your anxiety, and it just centers you a little bit more. Physical activity. This is one of those ones I said would be counterintuitive. A lot of people with mental disorders just have no energy. They're just sapped. They feel like even getting up and going to the bathroom is just like impossible. But any amount of physical activity that you can manage, it'll release endorphins, which is the body's natural feel-good hormones. So if you can manage even just turn that walk into a fast-paced walk, or into a jog, or go with a friend to the gym, you'll definitely feel better, even if it is just for that day that you are not feeling as well. And then the last one that I'm going to go over is hobbies. Personally, I like to play guitar, and when I'm really depressed, I don't pick it up as much as I usually do, and that's common. But picking it up and just not really playing a song, I kind of have the inability to play a song through, and it drives my friends nuts. But I have a lot of fun just playing, and it's really been a therapy for me. I've been playing for 19 years, and it's been my constant through everything. So you can definitely go online, just Google coping techniques, coping mechanisms, same thing, and there's tons of resources on how to do that. I hope this video helped. Definitely on hard days, there's always a way to lessen the psychological pain you're going through. And yeah, it's really up to the person. Some of these don't work for me. Like I said, no way I can meditate. I just can't shut my mind down like that. It's always going. So like, comment, subscribe, visit my Facebook page at facebook.com/thebpdjournals, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.